My name is Ariel Court, and I live in Toronto, in Canada. I was born in England, and I regard myself as having triple citizenship because I'm a citizen of Canada, I'm still a British citizen also, and I regard myself as a citizen of the world. And I feel that is the first loyalty of all of us nowadays. So I've been involved in the work for peace for many years in Canada and at the UN. I'm a member of various peace groups, including the Canadian Voice of Women for Peace, and I'm Vice President for Canada for the wonderful Unitarian Universalist United Nations office, which is located in this church center here and is very active. And I work with marvelous people. The rewards are not monetary. The rewards are all very personal. And I have the faith that we have the capacity, every one of us, to do our share to change the world. One of our slogans for the Unitarian Universalist office this year is, "Every child is our child." It doesn't matter where a child is in the world, that child is our child. And as a member of the human family and a global citizen, I have the responsibility to care for that child. This ties in with the Millennium Development Goals that the UN is now working upon, and we all need to work very hard in that respect, in my view. And so another concept that I think is very important for all of us to think about is we need a future for every child. And that's the responsibility that we have as human beings in this world to ensure that. And one of the rights that every one of us has and must assert is the right to peace. Because if we have war, and it's a global war, there will not be any future for anyone. Without the human right to peace, none of the other human rights is valid. The rights of the child, or the rights of women, or anything, if our world is in ruins. Now, we had a prime minister in Canada who played a vital role many years ago in defusing a situation which threatened world war. This was before he became prime minister, and it was the Suez Crisis. And the gunboats were coming out, and everybody was terrified that a war was going to break out. Well, Lester Pearson worked tirelessly, very energetically, and very imaginatively with the Secretary General of the United Nations at that time, whose name was Dag Hammarskjöld. And as a result of his efforts, a ceasefire was declared for that terrible crisis, and the world did not go to war. He got the Nobel Peace Prize, and in receiving that prize, about a year and a half later, he said, "We prepare for war like precocious giants, and for peace like retarded pygmies." Another person amongst many in our world for whom we're all grateful, and in this respect I think he did something that was very fine, it was President Kennedy. Shortly before he himself was the victim of an assassin's bullet or bullets, he told the General Assembly of the United Nations, "Mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind." Personally, I believe that's the responsibility that every one of us has in this world. The right to peace, the right to survival, and the right of every child to have a world that she and he can live in. So I'm very happy to be involved in this work, and I hope others will join in and come together with us to work for a human future